New this morning at 6:35 as we head into the holidays. This can be a tricky time of the year for people who live with food allergies. Yesterday, we introduced you to several Eastern Idaho kids who have to take a closer look at everything they eat.
Now we show you what they shouldn't trick or treat without, as well as some inclusive candies you can hand out this Halloween.
Trick or treat.
Dr. David Petty reminds parents of kids with food allergies always be sure to have an epinephrine on hand while trick-or-treating.
If you don't have that EpiPen, you could get into a scary situation fast, especially if you're far away from home. If your kids are anything like mine, they're going to eat half the candy while you're trunk-or-treating.
And these are my EpiPens that I use whenever I have allergic reaction.
Carter Lavin has survived 4 allergic attacks. He explains what a food allergy reaction, also known as anaphylaxis, can feel like.
Usually my throat starts feeling funny and icky, and then my stomach starts really cramping, and then my breathing gets labored and my face starts to hive out, and then eventually I start to lose consciousness.
One bite of candy can be deadly, which is why it's important to be inclusive this Halloween when you think about what candy to pass out for trick-or-treaters like Evie and Carter. People who go out of their way to think of others make a lasting impression. And for all you know, you may have several kids in your neighborhood who have food allergies, since there are 1 in 13 children.
There's been a big increase, so it's much more prevalent. Our clinic sees over 1,000 patients with food allergies. We see a lot of patients with food allergies.
I can't emphasize enough how much, if we go to a door that has candy that she can have, or has an option for something like stickers, or one of our neighbors handed out packs of Halloween Pokemon cards one year, and just to have something that she didn't have to trade back in, and she knew that she could eat it, and she didn't have to wait for us to, buy it back from her. It meant the world to her. And if you want to try to be inclusive or put some forethought into that, buy 2 different bags, have different options so that you can say, hey, you pick instead of you handing it out. I think it makes a big difference.
The allergy community wants to remind you that allergy-friendly candies don't have to be expensive or a brand you've never heard of. Safe candies typically include Skittles, Starburst, Dum Dums, Swedish Fish, Fruit Snacks, Dots, and Mike and Ike's.
If you don't have any food allergies, but you want to be inclusive, having some little toys and trinkets as an alternative is a great option.
So Megan, I saw you with your costume on there, or was that a costume? Tell me one way people can notify trick-or-treaters when they come to their house that they're providing an alternative or a non-food item.
Great question. So this is a national thing. It's called the Teal Pumpkin Project. And if you set out a pumpkin that's teal, you can paint it yourself, forget the plastic kind. That alerts people. That's a known sign that signals to people, okay, there's going to be non-food items at this house.
Yeah, so it's safe for allergy or allergic kids and trick-or-treaters. Right. And you can find those blue pumpkins. You can find them in stores.
Yeah,
but you can also paint one, and that's a fun project to do too with your kids, to include everybody. All right, very good.